Hi, my name is Alejandra Santos. I am the founder of Into the Next, the host of Scale to Exit podcast. And today is another episode of Talks with Alejandra where I go into the website www.intothenext.com/insights. And I basically pick an article that we have there fresh delivered into the website. And I go ahead and break it down for you here. All right. So today I actually have an article here that is dedicated to the SaaS businesses. Okay, so this article was written to help SaaS companies scale strategically and exit profitably. That's exactly what we do here at Into the Next. So I'm breaking down the 10 SaaS metrics that actually matter in 2025. How to prioritize them based on your stage of growth and which ones you can finally stop wasting your time on. So this is for you if you're a founder, a CFO, or an operator in the SaaS industry. These are the numbers that will make or break your business this year. So let's get into it. Okay, let's go ahead and digest why the SaaS metrics matter and which ones I'm referring about. So in 2025, the SaaS industry isn't just about growth anymore. It's about efficient growth. Investors are no longer impressed by flashy top-line revenues. They want high net revenue retention, capital efficiency, and sustainable margins. So this applies to you whether you're bootstrapping or raising a Series A or B. You need to be more fluent in the KPIs that drive long-term value and not just good on a pitch deck. So let's dive into the metrics, okay? I'm going to walk you through the top 10 metrics. Number one, the net revenue retention, NRR, which tells you how much revenue you can keep and grow from existing customers. So if your NRR is over 120%, that is a great sign. You're driving upsells and reducing churn. By the way, if you do want to see a few examples on how to calculate this, again, go to www.intothenext.com/insights where you will find this blog posted there. And then I actually wrote the formula for some of this. Okay, number two, customer acquisition cost. You probably know this one already. How much are you spending to get a customer? So if you do not know this one, you really cannot scale efficiently because what happens is that you want to, as your business becomes more, you're growing organically more, this customer acquisition cost will actually become lower and lower. So with time. So number three is your lifetime value. Again, you probably know this one by now. This one tells you how much value each customer brings over time. So you want an LTV to CAC ratio of like 3-to-1. And what I like to do, if we have the data for a lot of my clients, is that we do a lot of customer cohort analysis with LTV. So we can see the behavior pattern of the cohort over time. And it's actually very cool. Very cool information comes from that. All right, number four, churn rate. Obviously, you know this one. This is a silent killer in any SaaS business. So low churn equals high product market fit and better cash flow. So you cannot ignore this one because if you do have a high churn rate, what that means is that you need to understand why your product is not performing the way that you would like it to perform. So you probably do have to do a little bit more of a product analysis and talk to your consumer, right, to understand why. Number five, MRR and ARR, which you know about, is your monthly and annual recurring revenue, which are your core growth metrics. So these ones you can break them down into new, expansion, and churned revenue to see where growth is coming from. Okay. Number six is burn multiple, which allows you to really see how efficient you're using your cash to grow. So the lower the burn multiple, the better. Number seven is the rule of 40, which combines growth and profitability. Growth plus profit margin equals 40% or higher, then you're looking very solid. Number eight is your CAC payback period. Everybody wants to know how fast can you make your money back, right? So if you're making it under 12 months, that's really ideal. If you're making it less than 6 months, then you're probably already a small business, small, medium SaaS company. Number nine, your lead velocity rate, which is your LVR, which is a leading indicator if you are qualifying leads and growing month over month. So if your leads are growing, then your revenue will absolutely grow as well. Number 10, which everybody knows, is your gross margin. So SaaS should have high gross margins. So if you have anything above 75% or up, then you're actually really good. Now, if you have anything lower than that, then truth to be told, you're actually running a service business in disguise. So it had to be said. It had to be said by me. All right. So a few metrics that you can ignore, stop focusing on, right? Website traffic without conversions equals noise. It's just noise. App downloads, if they're not activating or retaining, you really have to understand more of your product. Why is your consumer not really, retaining the app? Social media followers as well. It's not the same as leads. People get too confused. People say, hi, social media followers, I get leads. No. The truth to be told is that some people have a lot of followers, they don't really know how to convert them into consumers. All right. And then total revenue, believe it or not, stop looking at the metric, because what happens in a SaaS business, if this total revenue, most of it is not recurring, then you don't have a SaaS business. Actually, you have a problem. All right. So let's talk about stage. So what metrics do you prioritize according to your stage? Okay. So if you're in the seed stage, you want to focus obviously on retention, churn, customer acquisition costs, and activation, because you're very early and investors want to see product market fit and user engagement. So at the beginning, your customer acquisition cost will be high, but it is expected to be high, but it will come down with time. So that change is what we're looking for. Obviously, your churn as well, it may be higher, but if it starts high, we want it to come down, right? That means that you have higher retention. If you are in a Series A or a Series B, then you really want to prioritize, again, customer acquisition costs, LTV. Now you have enough data to really start doing LTV. You want to do cohort analysis. You want to focus on the burn multiple and on your revenue growth. Okay, how are you growing month over month, year over year? Really good metrics to stand by. And then at the growth stage, if you have 10 million plus annual recurring revenue, then at this point, you're really all about efficiency. So you can focus on, the rule of 40, the gross margins and the NRR become your biggest levers. By now, you should have a low customer acquisition cost, a high LTV, and lots of data to really understand how the consumer is behaving on your cohort analysis, and a nice trend upward moving with your revenue growth, right, month over month. So so if you find this helpful, please just do me a favor, go to the website and find the article, which is the latest one posted, and go ahead and share it. And if you really like this video, like, subscribe, share it with your connections, honestly. And you can also find me on LinkedIn. I'm very approachable there. I'm very reachable. Go ahead, find me on LinkedIn, Alejandra Santos. And I'm here for you if you want to have a strategy consultation. It is for free. So you can find me on intothenext.com/contact. Okay, well, and in the LinkedIn. So I will leave you guys with this. And thanks for watching. And here's to scaling smarter and exit more profitable in 2025. Okay, till next time. Bye.